Deep into the world of American street food, but we're doing it through the eyes of someone trying it for the very first time. We're going to break down a vlogger's viral review to figure out the culture shock, the real taste, and the honest truth about some of America's most famous foods.
So, this quote right here gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that question we all have when we see food online. Is this for real or is it just hype? Are these things actually delicious or do they just look good on camera? Well, that is exactly what we're going to explore. Okay, so first things first, the initial encounter. Imagine our vlogger walking up to a classic American street food spot for the first time. It's an immediate sensory overload. And you realize right away, this isn't just about the food, it's about the whole vibe. And bam, this quote just says it all. It's that first moment of culture shock. What jumps out immediately isn't the food, but the environment itself. It's clean, it's super organized, but yeah, that price tag is a little bit of a surprise. So let's break down those first impressions. First, you've got the atmosphere, just that incredible smell of grilled meat and sauces hitting you. Then there's the organization. Everything's in its place, very neat. And finally, the cost. It's definitely more expensive than what they're used to. This really sets the stage for the entire review.
All right, the scene is set. Now for the main event, the part we've all been waiting for, the tasting. We're going to go through this one item at a time and see what the reaction was. First on the menu, you gotta start with a classic, right? The American hot dog. Super simple, you've got the sausage, the soft bun, and of course some ketchup and mustard. Let's see how this iconic food actually stacks up. And the first bite is a huge success. The reaction is instant. It's that simple satisfaction of a juicy sausage and super soft bread. You know, the basics are totally nailed. So, when you boil it all down, what's the final call on the hot dog? Well, the flavor's good, the texture's great, but, and this is a big but, it feels a little too simple. Compared to the complex flavors of, say, Indian street food, it's just very straightforward, good but not mind-blowing. Okay, next up, the burger. And if there's one word to describe the American food experience so far, it's size. Our vlogger is just blown away by how massive a standard American burger actually is. And the reaction is just as big as the burger. It's pure shock and awe. This isn't just food, it's an experience. The juicy meat, the gooey cheese, you can hear the excitement. It's just this incredibly rich, over-the-top moment. But here's the crucial takeaway. Yes, the burger tastes amazing. It's rich, it's juicy, but it is heavy. And the final judgment is pretty clear. This is incredible as a treat, but there's no way you could eat this every day. That richness is both its greatest strength and its biggest weakness. Last but not least, we've got the pizza. And again, we're sticking with the theme of massive portions. We're not talking about a whole pizza, just one giant slice that's probably bigger than your head. You know that classic shot you always see online, the epic cheese pool? Yeah, our vlogger got to experience that firsthand. And the taste? It follows that same pattern we saw with the burger. Super cheesy, super rich, and very creamy. So the verdict on the pizza is starting to sound familiar, right? The cheese is the star of the show, but just like the burger, it gets pretty heavy after a couple of bites. But the most interesting part is the comparison. It doesn't have the spices you'd find in an Indian pizza, which really highlights a totally different approach to flavor.
Okay, so we've had the hot dog, the burger, and the pizza. We've seen the reactions. Now it's time to put it all together. What is the final, honest-to-goodness opinion on American street food?
This little table sums it up perfectly. The taste? Really good. The variety? Amazing. Portion size? No surprise here, very big. And the price? Still a major point. It's expensive, especially when you compare it to what you'd pay in India. And this right here really boils the whole thing down. American street food seems to be built on a foundation of cheese, meat, and sheer size. On the other hand, Indian street food is all about complex spices and an incredible variety of options, two completely different philosophies.
And I think this is the perfect way to wrap it all up. Was the experience worth it? Absolutely. A huge yes. But is it sustainable, a food you could have all the time? Probably not. It's a fantastic, honest, and perfectly balanced conclusion.
So let's zoom out for a second. Beyond just a simple food review, what does an experience like this actually tell us? Because it's about so much more than just what's on the plate.
At the end of the day, street food is like a window into a culture's soul. America's focus on big portions, rich ingredients, and an organized setup, well, that says something. Just like the emphasis on spices and variety in Indian street food tells its own unique story. And that's the question I want to leave you with. Think about it. If you looked at the street food where you live through this same lens, what would it tell you?